Welcome to the Playdate podcast.
The podcast where each episode we discover a new song made and sent in by a complete stranger.
I'm Slow Magic. I'm an anonymous masked electronic musician.
And I'm Dream Angel, creative director, and I make pretty things.
Welcome to this week's episode, players.
Nice. I like that. Welcome to the Playdate podcast.
Hey everyone, how's it going? This week's theme song remix was by John Luke IRL, good friend of ours and awesome guy.
And we asked him some questions, so let's listen.
Take it away, John Luke.
Hey, this is John Luke IRL, and you're listening to the Playdate podcast with Slow Magic and Dream Angel. Now, one thing I've been into lately is going on walks. Walking specifically is one of the ways where I get to go clear my mind. I come up with new creative ideas while I'm walking, and I also like work out through problems too. So, if you're ever feeling stuck, or you have like a writer's block or whatever, artist block of any sort, I suggest going on a walk. It really, really helps. Now, one song that I think everybody should listen to is Honey Barbecue Chicken Strip Sandwich by LDFD. It is one of the greatest, most heaviest songs ever, and I hope one day I can create a song as epic as that.
So thank you for answering our questions. I really relate to the walking part. I actually just wrote a blog post about that on my blog, which is called dreamlinealliance.com. And I really feel like it is the best way to get focused if you're feeling any sort of creative block and to just feel happier. We've been taking one at like 2 p.m. every day.
Yeah, that's like the best part of our day is taking a walk. So that's awesome that you feel the same way about creative. It really is good for creative energy.
We should all go on a walk.
Let's go on a walk right now. While listening to this podcast, put it in your earbuds and go out and go for a walk.
Yeah, perfect.
I also had never heard of this song, Honey Barbecue Chicken Strips Sandwich, before, and I checked it out. It's so sick. Here's a little bit of that. It is very hard, like you said. It's so cool.
So cool.
So thanks so much. This remix is amazing. So if you want to listen to the full remix by John Luke IRL, that is on our website, which is slowmagic.cool/playdate.
Awesome.
So, players,
We are trying to come up with a name for our listeners, and I came up with the idea of players, but we're not quite sure if it's...
basically, I don't know if that would work, but we're trying to come up with a name. So, actually, we were supposed to write down names of what our squad is called.
But
and
we didn't.
I forgot. So
I did too. I completely forgot.
Here's some ideas I have. Play gang.
How about, I've got one idea and it's players. What do you guys think of that?
Basically, play squad. We got listenership, like a boat. We need help. We need you guys to help us come up with a name for y'all.
Because the logical name would honestly be Playmates, but that's really not...
It's been used by another, thing.
Yeah, that we don't need to reference, but...
Play boys, play girls, that doesn't work either.
Yeah, it's all too...
Basically, I sound like a baby. Basically, we need a name for y'all because you are an army. And, so anyway... Welcome to the episode number 2. We are here. We've got a candle lit.
We do. It's very moody. We have a plant, so...
What are you drinking tonight, Dream Angel?
I am drinking elderberry and echinacea tea with honey. What about you?
I'm drinking sparkling water with a little bit of lemon. Not sparkling coffee. I think a few people were a bit triggered by my sparkling coffee last week, but...
Was I one of them? Because
yes.
I was secretly.
I just want to say, for the record, it is weird, and I like it. But yeah.
Fun fact, that's definitely something that you read on a pillowcase.
Yes.
Okay.
How are you? How are you doing this week, Dream Angel?
I'm doing well.
Well?
Yeah, something's making a jingling sound, like a bell.
I feel like the tea is making a sound.
I think it's your sparkling water.
Regardless of that.
I am doing well. We had a lot of fun listening to songs this week, and we want to thank everyone for sending in their song. We had a lot of fun listening to them.
Yeah, we had a lot of good submissions this week, and we are super overwhelmed already by how many songs and how many good songs we're getting. So if you want to send us your song, you can go to slowmagic.cool/podcast and send us your song there. And we are listening to every single one. So we will not do every single song just by the nature of how much time we have and all that. But just send us your song. Send us a new song every month if you're really active and making music, and we'll try to listen to them all. And yeah, send them there.
Cool. So how are you?
I'm doing well. I feel like we've had such a busy week. It's only Wednesday. Wait, we're recording this on Wednesday. Is that too behind the scenes?
No.
I feel like whenever I listen to podcasts, I get confused because they're today's actually tomorrow, and next week you'll be listening to this. So anyway.
Today's actually Valentine's Day, but it's but I'm hearing this in June.
Yeah.
It's very
awkward. This generic week has been very good. I mean, it's packed full of stuff. We've been working on tons of things, but yeah, how about you?
Almost too many things, but it's good. But I feel like we're losing track of time. We're just, I don't know. I feel like we're working harder than we've ever worked before.
Yeah, and there's a lot of things we're working on that we can't really talk about yet, but we will soon. Yes. We'll talk about them soon.
It's true. But I am doing really well, other than just being very busy.
Nice. We've been walking outside more than ever, and that's so nice. I don't know if we talked about that last week, but it's consistently the best part of my day is walking outside.
Too. We walk outside twice a day now, 3 times today.
Yeah, sometimes we'll go for 1 long walk, 2 short walks.
We walked 4 times today.
Damn.
I know, right?
Damn. That is crazy. Well, speaking of things that I want to plug, wait, were we talking about that?
Yeah, now we are.
I want to talk about some things I have coming up, which I can talk about, which is 2 shows coming up. First show is in Colorado, the 23rd of this month, February, and it's in Frisco, Colorado for Skidum. It's a ski festival featuring Toki Monster and many more, and it's going to be sick. We are hoping a lot of snow is up there because we love snow.
We love snow.
And
seriously, we love snow.
If you're the Colorado fan, come out. Just drive up that mountain and come hang out with us. And if you are a podcast fan listening to this, let us know if you're going to be there.
Okay, and if you're there, this is my idea. Can you just raise your hand at the start of Slow Magic set so we can just know?
Yes, raise your hand.
Only one hand, not both hands, because if you raise both hands, then it's misleading.
And I will call on you like we're in school.
Yeah, will you point to everybody who's got their hand up?
Yes, but I also have one more thing I forgot. I didn't forget, but next there's another show, and that's March 21st in San Francisco at Bill Graham, and it's with the amazing San Holo and Manila Killa. That is going to be sick. And also, if you're a pod family, or whatever we're going to call you guys, if you're there, also let us know. Maybe throw a paper airplane on stage that says, I listen to the podcast.
Or maybe just raise your hands just so we know, like by a show of hands.
Or like hit us up and let us know you're going to be there.
And if you see us, well, me, don't be afraid to say hi.
Yeah. So that's what I have coming up. Come see these shows. It's going to be awesome. I'm playing new stuff. So yeah, that's what I got going on.
Cool.
Do we have a theme song for plugs? Da-da-do, bow, plug-in.
Plug-in.
Cool.
Cool.
So?
Now is the very special time of the podcast where I tell you some fun facts.
Nice.
And we are starting off.
This is called Mariel's Fun Fact Corner.
Yes, Mariel's Fun Facts Corner. It's the most fun place in the world. Anyways, this first fact comes from our nephew Sailor. And he told me that...
Hey, Sailor.
Hey, Sailor. He told me that parrots live up to 50 years. And I looked this up. And parrots actually can live up to 100 years. Which is some parrots. I don't know how often that happens. Which is crazy.
Wow. So
parrots can like outlive you, which is insane.
Wow. So like there's parrots out there that are talking and they're saying things that their possibly dead owner were saying. They outlive their owners.
Yes.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Is that sad? I'm sorry.
Kind of.
What I meant to say is like, wow, they're old.
That's interesting.
They're old as crap. That's so cool. Thank you.
What?
Thank you, Sailor.
Yes, thank you. Okay, the next one comes from a Twitter user named @DreamSloth. And he told me that Hello Kitty is 5 apples tall. And I looked it up and she also weighs the amount of 3 apples. Now, I don't quite know
Whoa.
what that means, but...
Obviously, that's 32 ounces. Everyone knows how much an apple weighs.
Oh, yeah.
4 ounces.
So
Don't check the math.
So I like that. Thank you, both of you, for sending me your fun facts.
Nice. I didn't realize we'd get so many fun facts submissions already. This is awesome, honestly.
Now this is time for Mariel goes on Google and looks up fun facts and finds these ones. So my first one, and this is in no particular order. You can hear the difference between hot and cold water.
Whoa.
Right? And I guess it's because there's an obvious difference in the sound because one is more thick.
Really? Wow. So
Yes.
is
And
there
the
like
viscosity.
is there some sort of audio sample of that we could play right now? Okay, let's play hot water. And this is cold water. That's crazy. Do they sound that different? I'm just so curious.
I don't know.
Yeah, that's cool.
The next one is that Lincoln Logs, you know, the toy.
Linkin Park logs.
Yeah, Lincoln Park Logs. For anybody out there in the world who doesn't know what Lincoln Logs, I don't really know how to describe them, so you should probably Google it.
Well, I can explain it.
Okay, go ahead.
So they're little logs that you build toys with.
I know, but that sounds just weird.
I love Lincoln Logs. I played with those a lot. I used to use the
Did you
long
really?
ones as drumsticks.
Did you really?
Yeah, so that's kind of how I got started.
That is so cute.
And I would hit little boxes and make a little drum set.
That's cute.
And my parents didn't hate me.
That's
And that
so
is
cute.
the best.
Well, Lincoln Logs, they were invented by Frank Lloyd Wright's son, John Lloyd Wright. And he got the
What?
idea when he was working with his father in Japan on building the Imperial Hotel in Tokyo, which I did not realize was built by Frank Lloyd Wright.
Nice. There's so many facts jammed
So many
into
facts.
this.
Next one is that Lego is one of the largest tire manufacturers in the world.
Really?
I don't really have much more to say about that one, but I just thought that was interesting. Like,
Well,
I did
let's-
not realize that.
Let's explore this. So they make tires out of Legos and we drive on them. That's crazy. Like, have you ever stepped on a Lego?
Yes. I
That's-
don't know if I have or if I've just like know about the pain of stepping on a Lego.
Well, I have, and let me tell you, it sucks. So, yeah, I guess that correlates somehow. That's awesome, though. Like, I didn't know they did more than just toys. And they're from Denmark, right?
Well, I don't know if they produce. I honestly didn't think about this. I assumed they meant toy like Lego tires for the toys.
Read it again.
Lego produced 318 million tires in 2011. This is from 2011, so it could
It doesn't
be out of date.
say toy tires, though.
Making them the world's largest tire manufacturer by number of units produced. But I assume when you look at the picture that it's like...
Oh, these are toy tires.
Yeah.
So technically, yeah.
Yeah.
They also made the most bricks.
But then again, they could have made... No, they're definitely toy tires. You guys, these are toy tires.
So in that case, they also made the most bricks.
Yeah, I guess.
That's cool.
I don't
so,
know if that's true about the bricks.
Let's talk about which one was our favorite.
Oh, I have
fact.
one more. And this one's actually my favorite one.
Cool.
So there are trees that can grow up to 6 different types of fruit all on the same tree, and they're called fruit salad trees.
Oh my god.
Isn't
That's
that
like,
cool?
do you have a photo? Like, I want to see this.
I have,
That's
like,
so
a bunch.
crazy. I want one of these.
It's like Animal Crossing.
Yeah, do you think we have one right here? It looks kind of like our plant.
I don't know.
We got to keep watering it.
But I just feel like there's this one tree, and it can grow lemons, limes, mandarins, oranges, tangelos, pomelos, grapefruits, and lemonades. What does that mean?
Lemonade?
Is that, you can't, what is a lemonade? Now I'm confused.
That's like when life hands you lemonades.
Okay,
What else?
apparently like a thing of lemonade just grows on your tree.
Nice.
Anyways.
Does that have sugar?
No.
Nice. Well, it should. But
No,
that's awesome.
it should, okay?
Thanks for all those fun facts. That was awesome.
No problem. That was from me to you guys. Wait, which one was your favorite fact?
Honestly,
Be honest.
the Lego one.
Really?
Yeah. Because at first I was imagining that Lego was just for some reason manufacturing real ass tires and like for cars. So that's cool. And I want that to be the case. So I'm going to imagine it is.
Cool.
And it is a fact.
It is a fact.
These are legally facts. It is how they are.
It's true, they are. So, Slow, what is one thing that you've been really into?
Well, Dream, Angel. So, okay. This is actually something that I've been into this week that you introduced me to.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, so do you remember when you sent me this clip of Dr. Phil and it was about...
Oh, no.
So it was Dr. Phil, it was an episode, and it's about this guy who thinks he's a cyborg, right?
Right.
So he's like... Basically, here, I'll play a little clip.
You have it all queued up.
My son Oren thinks he's a cyborg from the year 2050.
Mother,
Just come down.
you are
just come
disturbing
down.
our operations.
Listen,
We are receiving
just come
programming.
down.
We are watching video. We are learning
Learning what? Learning
about the
what?
future.
Your intensity will be matched as we try to save you and everyone that we know.
He talks in a collective, everything is we. He hasn't said I in over a year.
So basically, this is a crazy clip. This guy, he's like in his 20s and his mom is in there and he's like, apparently he just doesn't say I, he only says we. He believes he's a robot and an alien and all this crazy stuff. And so I looked into it a little bit. I was like, who's this guy? This is hilarious. This is crazy. And it turns out he's actually a pretty good rapper. And his name is Oren. And he's sick. He's a good rapper. I feel like he just trolled Dr. Phil like super well. And his mom was in on it.
Was she? I was wondering about that.
I mean, that's my guess. Here's a little bit of his music.
Yeah, you gotta face your fears, yeah. Gotta get the check, ignore your feelings. Yeah, you gotta face your fears, yeah. Smoking cushion, popping pills will make you feel.
So yeah, that song's called Fear. It's like, he's really good at rapping. It kind of reminds me of like Bladee and stuff. And like, I feel like he's kind of a genius for going on to Dr. Phil. It was like this weird viral video that was really funny, but yeah, he's pretty sick actually, so I've been listening to him.
Yeah, Dr. Phil has like got this ability to make weird people YouTube famous.
Yeah, he makes things happen, Dr. Phil. I feel like he should start his own like record label.
Yeah.
Like with like Bad Baby, this
I
guy.
can't think of anyone else, but yeah, like those two.
Isn't there someone who's like afraid of pickles on there?
I don't know.
Is that a different show? Maury?
I'm
I don't
not a big Maury or Dr. Phil watcher.
I'm a big Dr. Phil stan.
Are you?
Yeah. Well, he's just got the best people on there. So, yeah, that is my thing I'm into this week.
I guess that's cool.
Yeah, I mean, it's hilarious, but...
No, it's cool. The Dr. Phil parts.
So, what are you into this week?
This week, I am into camera apps.
Nice.
2 of them. One of them is one called Dazcam, which makes Polaroid type pictures, or honestly like a bunch of, what are the other cameras? I can't think.
Well, there's like just all these film apps or film cameras in there, like different...
And like video film, like...
Yeah, it's kind of like become our secret weapon. Like, it's so good. You introduced me to this app. It's like so good. I feel like things have come a really long way since like Hipstamatic in the old days. And like...
Which was honestly kind of trash.
But we
loved it. It was like really good at the time. But this one I feel like just took it to the next level.
Yeah.
Just so fun. And that's inspired me to take more pictures on my phone. But also, and this one is not that underground. I don't actually think that one is, but it feels underground to me because I just learned about it. But Spark Camera, and that's a video making app where you can basically just take a bunch of clips and like it goes into one project. And I have a lot of fun making like little joke videos, but honestly, I like making recipe videos on there and just posting them to my TikTok to songs that are trending. Even if I don't know the song, it's kind of like this secret joy that I get to just choose like some random top song that I would never listen to otherwise.
Yeah, this app is cool. It's like, it's got a little circle that shows your progress of clips. It's like so simple.
And it really just like limits you so you don't have to edit it too much, but you still get to edit it. Like you don't get all, I don't know. I get really like, when I'm editing something, I get like really hyper focused on things, which ends up taking way too much time. So this is a really efficient, fun way to do it.
Nice. Yeah, I love like apps that have been coming out that just like actually work the way I feel like apps were supposed to work when we first got iPhones.
Yeah, or like honestly, like they feel so legit. Because I feel like at one point, camera apps were just kind of all like,
novelty.
This is like, yeah, like, or like an SLR like app or something weird.
Like blur whatever. Cam, and it just looks like crap.
Yeah, these are like more fun. You get like a little bit of joy using them each time.
Yeah, straight up Dazcam is like the film like algorithms or whatever like are really realistic, and like it feels like just taking out a point and shoot like film camera.
But one thing that I will say about it is that when we're on walks, you always stop to take pictures in Dazcam, and that is something that's...
Me taking pictures on walks is bad.
Well, it just takes you a long time to like take out the app and like choose your phone filter thing. And
sometimes I'll stop.
Sometimes
and, like,
you get a little obsessed.
I will take a lot of time taking photos on our walks. Yes, this is true.
Which I don't. It's fun.
Well, sometimes I'll leave my phone at home though. I've been doing that more lately because like, not to sound like an old man, like an old ass man, but like phones can be stressful.
I feel like they are stressful. Young or old, I feel like phones are just these places of stress.
Yeah, they're good and bad, those phones of ours.
Yes. Anyways.
I like it to make telephone calls.
Do you?
Yeah, it makes SMS, text messages, and phone calls, even an email, on my telephone.
That's beautiful.
It's the future.
That's beautiful. Anyways.
Well, I think it's time for a break.
I think so too.
See you later, Kit Kat. Take a break.
So this week's song is
Feel Low by Mintea.
Forgive me for being so cynical. It's just hard to breathe when the world is so mean and survival is critical. I'm sorry to leave you in the dark. Don't get too close or else I'll be exposed. Don't want you to see me fall apart. You see me, you see me. came this easy before, and it's not even my final form. Yeah, I can feel low real fast, and I pretend to be cool with that. It's just a routine, but I cling to the good things and hope that the good things will last. Don't mind me, I might not be listening. I promise I care, but sometimes I'm not there, cause I have no energy. Honestly, I'm not trying to bring you down. I thought writing this song would help me get along with whatever is killing me now. Now you see me, overthinking again. Self-deprecation never came this easy before, and it's not even my final form. Yeah, I can feel low real fast, and I pretend to be cool with that. It's just a routine, but I cling to the good things and hope that the good things will last. Oh, but nothing ever lasts, so I leave it in the past. But right now I stay in bed, try to conquer the voice in my head, and I know I'll be okay, but that day's just not today. Not today. Not today. Self-deprecation never came this easy before, and it's not even my final form. Yeah, I can feel it all real fast, but I know that I'm gonna bounce back. It's just a routine, but I cling to the good things and hope that the good things will last. Hope that the good things, hope that the good things, hope that they last.
Awesome. This song is so fun and catchy, and yeah.
I know, I've been singing it.
Yeah, it's so catchy. It's stuck in our head. My head. Your head?
Yeah, both of our heads, collectively.
So, there's a lot to talk about here. First of all, this song is by Mintea, aka her name is Abby. And yeah, this is a very fun, poppy song.
That has very kind of sad lyrics, which I think makes for a really nice juxtaposition.
True. It is heavy lyrically. I feel like covers like some real topics, but it's like what I like to call an happy sad. Like it's got a very good balance between happy sounds and sad mood content, like the lyrics. But yeah, I mean, there's so many examples of happy sad songs that I love. That's kind of like my favorite thing. I feel like we talked about this in the interview.
It is your favorite thing.
We do talk about this a bit more with Abby, but yeah, I like that mood that she's bringing. It's very like melancholic and happy.
Which is honestly your favorite. Like, I can't think of something that you enjoy more than a good happy sad song.
Or a sad sounding song that has happy lyrics. But I don't know, I guess I just feel like I'm a complex, emotional person, so maybe I just...
Aren't we all?
No, just me.
Cool. I really like how sweet and happy her voice is.
Yeah, her voice is super nice. It's
and
like...
she's like delivering like such sort of heavy, emotionally charged words, which I think is just
in a
really cool.
delicate way, yeah.
I don't know. It makes her message so much more powerful feeling in a way.
I also really like the lyrics. I feel like they're really well written.
Me too, so well written.
Especially the chorus is so catchy, and like, I also really, I'm curious about, we didn't ask Abby in our interview coming up, but about that like vocoder part, that's like feel low part.
Mm-hmm.
I'm curious about that, so maybe we'll figure something out about that.
Yes.
In the future.
So if you were to add this song to a playlist, which songs would you put it in between?
So yeah, I feel like it definitely like has its own theme genre. Like I wouldn't say it's exactly like these bands or songs, but I just kind of had an idea of like it would be after an Au revoir Simone song, and then before a Vampire Weekend song.
Mm-hmm. I feel that.
Like I feel like it has some similar melodic elements, not maybe production-wise, but like something in the vocals and the melody reminds me of Vampire Weekend in like a really good way, but it also has that pretty, delicate, feminine energy of Au revoir Simone.
I definitely agree. If I were to put this song on my playlist, it would be, for some reason, between the Hood Internet's song Equal Shot, which has a beach house song called Equal Mind, mashed up with a French Montana song that's called something. And it would be between that and a song by Sia.
Nice, yeah. I love that beach house song and that mashup. I feel like we play that one a lot.
Yes, for sure.
Nice.
So now I think it's an important time where we go into Mood AF.
So, Mood AF is our segment where we come up with the perfect situation that we can imagine this song being a soundtrack to. So, Dream Angel, what is your Mood AF for this song?
Mine would be a situation where you're getting ready to face something that maybe you've been scared to do in the past, or like a person that you want to stand up to, or a feeling or anything, and you're just like getting ready and you're looking in the mirror and you're like kind of like, okay, I can do this. What about you?
Nice. No, that's like, it's very empowering, I think.
Yeah, I do.
It has
too.
that energy.
It's like owning your sad feelings, which is just a really powerful thing to do.
That's
honestly.
more powerful than pretending you don't have them, but you're still going to get up.
That's so true.
So mine is, I picture the song like you're walking by the water in New York City, and you might not have just... Wait, I wrote this down. I'm really bad at reading. I'm going to start over. Mine is, I picture this song like you're walking by the water in New York City, and you might have just gone through something tough, but you feel like getting back out and on your feet and being like, I got this, I can do this.
Ours are kind of similar.
Yeah, it's kind of the same. I, for some reason, pictured like this water, like, what is the water in New York called? The Hudson River, right?
Yeah, or the ocean.
The part where you walk and there's like this walkway by the water. Well, anyway.
Like along the west side.
You lived in New York City, so.
Yes.
I've only been there. But yeah, on the west side, there's like cooler place to walk. I just feel like something about the city too. It's like you go get them and like, who cares what happened? Yeah, it's got such a good, empowering vibe to it.
I am terrified of this boat on the West Side Highway that I think has a plane on it.
Yeah, I feel like I've seen this. It's like a air carrier thing, like for the
I
army.
I feel like that should be illegal, just for like, because it's scary looking.
You want to make the army illegal?
No, I want to make planes on boats illegal on the side of the road.
Maybe put them somewhere where you can't see them.
Yeah, because honestly, I find it so uncomfortable. Like, I look at that and I can't sleep at night.
You have like a phobia of big things in the water.
Yeah, if anyone else has a phobia of big things in water, can you just hit me up about that so I don't feel so alone? Because I am so, like, the thought of a telephone pole in, well, I don't even want to talk about it, but like, honestly, I do, like the oil things in the middle. Yeah, those things I can't handle.
Let's start a support group.
Yeah, wait, do you have any big weird fears?
My weird fear is failure. I feel like that's my weird little fear.
No, do you have any weird fears?
I don't know, like the dark. Like, I'm afraid of normal shit.
Honestly, I feel like you and I are both kind of afraid of the dark.
Yeah, we are afraid of the dark. We have a really, really cool nightlight that some friends of ours gave us.
It's miffy, but...
Shout out Perry and Melissa.
Yeah, shout out.
If you're listening. But yeah, so I'm just afraid of, like, scary movies and normal things.
Yeah, we're not a big scary movie fam. In our house, we don't watch scary movies. Unless we watch them by accident.
Yeah. Well, you showed me this, like, kind of funny scary movie, The Langoliers by Stephen King.
And by I showed you 10 minutes of it, which felt like the length of an entire movie.
So basically, if you've not seen this movie, it's about...
You don't really have to.
I'll sum it up for you. It's about these killer meatballs with like razor teeth that are actually computer generated from the 90s.
And I saw it once when I was sick at home, when I was like really, like it was just on TV when I was like, I want to say I was in 3rd grade.
Wow. Well, basically, all that to say, it freaked me out like a few days ago. This meatball movie made me kind of have a hard time going to bed. So
It really scared me. Like, Mom, Dad, if you're listening to this, can you tell me if you remember my fear of the Langoliers? Or if I may have just kept it a secret, like harbored it, you know?
Well, that's interesting. Like, I actually accidentally watched like the first kind of half of it, like
that
the
movie
clown,
scared me.
the original clown movie, and like, I don't know if I ever told my parents either. Like, I don't know, Mom, Dad, do you remember me having nightmares for like 2 years about the clown?
I was like really freaked out too. Like I like had to like sleep. My mom had to sleep in my bed with me. I was so scared of that movie.
It's scary, and like I only saw the beginning too. So like as a kid, like I'm guessing they like kill him at the end. At least there's some kind of like...
I don't even remember the plot at
Well,
all.
basically I just saw the scary part, and then I was like, I'm done, and then freaked out forever. So
I just don't like clowns.
I do not like clowns either. I think that's very normal though.
Yeah,
Like,
I have an uncle who's super afraid of clowns. And like my grandmother, his mom has like a whole clown room, which I don't know what that's about. That's just kind of me.
do you think that's why?
I don't know. That's
Wow.
a good question. Anyways, enough about me.
Back to the song. I mean, this was such a sick and catchy tune, very poppy, fun song. I love it.
Wait, I have another fun fact that's not related.
What?
So apparently, and I can't really remember the full length or extent of this fact, but if you have a song stuck in your head, the song has been stuck in my head for a very long time. If you can sing the end of the song, because I guess humans, and I'm trying to paraphrase from memory from I don't even know how long ago, like we want things to be finished. So if we can like finish saying something or singing something, then it's more likely to like not get stuck in your head.
So what's the last words to It's a Small World After All? It's a small world after all.
That song's not fair.
That might work though.
True.
Honestly, it's not stuck in my head.
Well,
Crazy.
that song wasn't stuck in your head.
True. Well, so this song was a banger. We love it.
Yes.
And we're so stoked that Abby sent it to us. So thank you so much.
Yes, thank you.
Well, speaking of thanking her, why don't we thank her in person on the telephone right now? Ring, 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 ring.
Hello, my name is Abby, and my artist name is Mintea. It's spelled Mintea, and I'm a musician, and I'm also a barista and a photographer.
Nice. Welcome to the podcast. Thanks for being on here.
Well, thank you for having me.
And what is your favorite drink to make as a barista? Or to drink? Maybe to drink more than to make.
I definitely love drinking lattes, and I also like
too.
making lattes, oat milk lattes.
Ooh, nice. Are you good at the artwork, like the latte art?
I've only been a barista for a year, and I've definitely improved a lot. And sometimes I make designs and I'm like, whoa, that's so cool. And then other times it looks really bad. So
Nice.
I'm not as good as my other experienced coworkers, but I'm getting there.
I imagine like oat milk is a little more difficult to do the art with, but
Yeah.
What
For
about
sure.
almond milk? Do you have any tips for doing almond milk latte art?
Yeah. So actually, the almond milk we use, it was really bad for a really long time, and it was almost impossible for me to make anything out of it. It was like always very bubbly and very thin.
Mhm.
But I think they like switched the formula because lately it's been working amazingly. So I don't know how all almond milks work, but the one we have at the shop, it improved somehow.
Maybe I
nice.
gotta try some out.
Yeah.
Well, so we're here to talk about your song,
Oh yeah.
which is called Feel Low, which we love.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
What is the first thing you do when you start working on a song? What do you usually start with?
Okay, so it's different every time. It's usually like a simple phrase or even sometimes a word that will come to mind, it depending on like how I'm feeling or what I'm experiencing. And sometimes that like one sentence that I have in my head, like I'll have to build around it. Other times, like I can just play around with my synth and then come up with a tune, and then I'm like, oh, this sounds cool, and then I could write lyrics to it. But a lot of the time, especially for Feel Low, it was just like this terrible feeling I had, and I just had like the self-deprecation phrase just in my head.
Cool. Like I like about your song that it kind of is happy sad, I guess is what I would call it. Like
Yeah.
I always like songs that are either about sad things but sound happy or vice versa.
Those are like your favorite songs are happy sad songs.
Yeah, those are my favorite types of songs. So I guess regarding like the lyrics and all that and the mood behind it, I guess what is there like a story behind it or something like that?
Yeah, so I was just at a really low point, obviously. It was a little over a year ago now. It was like the beginning of 2019. And I just remember like laying on my bed and just feeling awful for a few weeks, just kind of like up and down, just having a really bad depressive episode. And like I said, just like that phrase self deprecation was just like in my head, and I wanted to write a song around it. But I don't really like to write sad songs that feel sad. I like to make them more upbeat and have like more of a positive note to them, because all feelings are temporary. And I know that no matter how bad things are, they're always going to be better. So I don't know. I don't really like personally making really sad songs. I like to have kind of a hopeful tone to them.
Nice. I feel like the song you made in like that sad time is really awesome and happy and it really like relatable.
Yeah, it's such like a nice feeling to listen to a song that is sad and happy but sad. I don't know, it just like makes you feel a certain way. That's so nice.
Yeah,
actually.
a lot of my favorite songs have like the both in one. So,
you know, which song do you think everyone should go and listen to? Speaking of happy sad songs or not happy sad songs.
I literally just listened to this because it's a new song that came out today, and it's perfect for this topic. So Grimes came out with a new song today. It's called Delete Forever, and it perfectly captures happy and sad, and I'm currently obsessed with it, and I just listened to it for the first time like an hour ago.
Nice. I haven't heard that yet, but I want to check it out.
Did you listen to it on repeat? Because that's like my favorite thing, to find a song you just listen to on repeat.
Because Grimes is one of my favorite artists, but she has like this kind of sound, and she plays around with different sounds, but she's mostly like electronic. This one has like an early 2000s like sad pop sound to it, and I'm obsessed. And yeah, I was listening to it like on repeat before this interview.
Nice. I guess that leads into the next question, which would be like, what are some influences, I guess, beyond Grimes, or like things that inspired this song, or just your songs in general?
Okay, yeah. Well, I also really love just anything fictional. Like I love fantasy, sci-fi type things, movies, shows, games. Like I really connect with those fictional worlds, and I derive a lot of inspiration from them because it's just kind of like an escape from this reality. So I like to incorporate like inspiration from game soundtracks and from movie soundtracks and just things that make me happy, as for other than music artists.
Nice. Is there a specific game or movie soundtrack that you would shout out as like a huge inspiration?
I do love the Undertale soundtrack a lot.
Nice.
Yeah, it's very, I don't know. It's like silly and happy, and some songs are just beautiful.
That's a good one for sure.
With your own song, do you have a part of it that's your favorite?
I really like that I incorporated the term final form in it.
Nice. I like that. I always, like, when we're listening to it, I always notice that, and I like that too. I was wondering about it. It's cool.
Thank you.
So I'm going to ask like an annoying question, if that's cool.
Yeah.
Maybe. So I hate being asked this question. So I'm going to ask you, what genre do you think this song is?
I always just describe my music as synth pop because I don't know how else to describe it. Yeah, I don't know.
That's a good answer. I feel like actually that works.
Yeah, that's just what I tell people, but I don't know like any correct terms for genres or anything.
Sounds correct though.
Yeah, definitely. I really like the artwork for this. Do you have any, like, is there a story behind that, or it just has like this nice, for anyone who can't see, it's got like a nice, it's like pink feeling. I don't know how to explain it, but we'll post.
I'm sorry for that noise. My dog is scratching my door.
Oh, that's all good.
Yeah, that sounds cute.
I'm sorry for interrupting. But yeah, so for my album art that I usually do, I either draw it myself or I take a photo. So this one was obviously a photo that I took. There wasn't really a deep story behind it, but since this story from the song kind of got inspired when I was just like having a really low point and I was literally just like laying on my bed looking at the ceiling, I decided to just kind of take a low key photo in my room on my bed.
Nice.
I have like these colorful LED lights, so I just made them pink.
So, as a creative person, how do you overcome like when you get stuck on a song or any project like that?
Mm-hmm. Well, one thing I've been trying to work on, first of all, is like not beating myself up for it because I get really frustrated if I have no inspiration. But it's also good as an artist to like take those periods of rest and like you don't always have to be creating. It's not your productivity isn't your worth. So that's like the first thing I've been working on. But also, I think just spending time outside and spending time with friends or going back and rewatching my favorite movies, just anything that brings me comfort, also usually ends up inspiring me. So
Nice. That's awesome.
Yeah, self-doubt is really hard. I don't know. It's hard to
Yeah.
like talk yourself out of it. I've been trying to do that too.
Mm-hmm.
It's just hard to like train your brain to, I don't know, be nice to yourself, I guess.
Right, for sure.
And like the letting yourself have a break, that's something that is hard for sure. Like, especially like feels like these days, there's a ton of pressure to like just keep like making stuff and releasing
Mm-hmm.
stuff in really a lot of different besides music fields, I think. So that's cool that you said that because I feel like we've both been trying to do that more. Just like take the weekend off or just like turn off because you can't be creative like all the time.
Yeah, definitely not. And like, I don't know, I've heard other people say like when you don't want to create, that's when you should create the most. But I kind of disagree. I think you should.
I think that's nonsense.
I
don't think that's fair.
I agree. It's not true. Don't listen to that. Yeah,
it definitely doesn't. It doesn't make you feel good if you're forcing yourself to make something because it probably end up being bad if your heart's not really in it.
Although I did learn that if you don't want to do an activity, if you do it for 10 minutes, you're more likely to like follow through for an hour. But I don't know if that means you'll make anything good. But like maybe that's more boring activities.
Like taxes.
Yeah, like if you don't feel like doing your taxes, just do it for 10 minutes.
Yeah, there you go.
An hour.
I definitely think that helps. Like sometimes even if I have no inspiration to make a new song, if I spend like 10 minutes on my guitar or something, even just that will help keep me in that headspace.
Yeah.
Awesome.
What is one thing that you've been into recently? And it doesn't have to be music or anything in particular. It could just be anything.
I have really been into taking my dogs on this really nice walk around a lake. And I have been getting more into like cinematography or whatever you call it when you make videos. I've been doing a lot of that stuff for the coffee shop that I work at and just doing like the video and photography work. So that's been really fun. Like I really enjoy getting footage and editing it.
Nice. Okay, so I have 2 questions.
Okay.
What kind of dogs and what are their names? 3 questions. First, I'll let you answer that.
Okay, so they're both Shih Tzus. They're small and fluffy and very bratty. And one is named Marzipan, and the other one is Luna.
Oh, that's awesome. And my other question is, like, do you want to shout out the coffee shop or like, because I'm kind of interested.
I like how it's like the dogs and the coffee shop. Those are related.
That's what I wanted to ask.
Yeah, sure. It's Source Coffee House. It's in Connecticut, and it's really cool.
Oh, you're from New England? I'm from New England.
Hello.
From Vermont, though, but
I love Vermont. It's very beautiful up there.
Yeah, New England's great.
We'll have to come through to your coffee shop if we go by on tour.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well, if you're in the area, I'll try to see your show.
Nice.
That would be cool.
Yeah.
We'll get you on the list.
Okay, cool.
As long as you hook it up with like an oat milk latte.
Oh,
maybe
of course.
2.
Yeah.
Oh, of course.
Awesome.
What about the name Mint Tea? Is that because you like mint tea or?
Yeah, that's another one that doesn't have like a really deep story. I just wanted a 1-word name and I thought it was really cute. And whenever I'm recording vocals, I always like to have a hot drink with me. And a lot of those times I am drinking peppermint tea.
Nice.
Oh, I love peppermint tea.
I'm drinking some tea right now.
Wow.
But it's some chai tea. But that's cool. You also have really good SEO because your name is spelled specifically.
Yes.
To you.
Yeah.
If you didn't realize, no.
Do you have any other podcasts that you're into?
I do like podcasts, but I only listen to them if I'm already doing something, because I will tend to lean towards music more so.
I feel that.
Nice.
There's a couple of YouTubers I watch that make podcasts, but I need to find like good real podcasts.
Nice. Well, you can listen to this one.
I will. It's also just fun listening to like new artists. Like this is a great way to discover new artists. So it's really cool that you guys are doing this.
Awesome. Thank you.
Yeah.
Do you have a Spotify playlist that you most identify with? Or any playlist that...
I usually just make my own little playlist and like don't share them. I know, I should get into that.
No, I was just asking because I can't find any that I relate to. So I was looking.
Okay.
I was like, maybe.
This is off air.
Yeah, this is just
no.
Yeah, no problem.
Do you have anything that you want to plug or talk about?
Well, I make music, obviously. You can follow me on Instagram. My Instagram handle is sleepymintea, and I also post videos to my YouTube, for like covers and stuff. My music is on Spotify and Apple Music and Bandcamp. You could just look for me under my name, Mintea. There's other usernames with the same one, so I mean, good luck. It's like a scavenger hunt, but I'm out there.
Awesome, and we will include like all those links in our show notes. But yeah, thank you so much for being on here with us.
Well, thank you for having me. It's a really cool opportunity.
So that was Abby Mintea, and thank you for talking to us and sharing your song. That was really cool.
Yeah, that was awesome. So we want to thank some very special people right now. These are our patrons from Patreon, which if you want to join the Slow Magic Patreon, there's a ton of cool stuff going on over there. We already have a really cool active Discord, which has like been some of the nicest people we've talked to in a long time. Just like we're like trying to get our friend to stop smoking in there, and we're trying to get these people to learn how to make music. It's awesome. We're building this community. So
people are posting pictures from their day, which is my favorite part.
Yeah.
And it's just...
You're allowed to be a smoker in there too, but like if you want to quit, join, we'll help you out.
Yeah, we'll be your supporters.
Yeah, we're there to make dreams happen in the Patreon. So this is for our Magic VIPs, which is our top tier patrons. So we just want to thank
Kayla Smith,
Manny Batista,
Matthew Callis,
shout out Matthew, our guest from last week, Heartwood,
Lex Gabardine,
Static,
Anderson Pierce,
and Neil. Thank you all so much for being our top tier patrons. You guys rock the most.
Yes.
And also just a shout out to all our imaginary friends and our imaginary best friends. It is going off over there, so join us.
Yeah, and thank you for talking to us like all day long.
Yeah, join us at patreon.com/slowmagic today.
And with that in mind, we are going to do our weekly question from
our patrons. So
yes.
This week, and this is a patron thing, you can ask us questions we're going to answer on the air. So this week's question comes from Lumi. And the question is, what advice would you give new musicians, DJs, and producers? Thanks, Lumi. So, I'll let you start.
So, my advice would be to honestly, I've got two. My first one would be if you're doing a show, just remember to, like, you're never too big to pack up your own stuff. I mean, maybe you have someone to do that for you at some point, but always pack up your own stuff after your set. Just, it's polite. And don't go over into anyone else's set time. That is like some rude thing that you just...
Sorry, I'm pouring some water.
Yeah.
I didn't mean to be rude.
Just pick up your stuff and just be mindful of others. Also, be like, you gotta trust yourself and trust your gut. If you're doing something, if you're making a song and someone like contacts you, or like you get an opportunity, if it doesn't feel right and you're starting out and you feel like, oh, this is like the only opportunity I may have, like just if it doesn't feel right to you, don't do it. And this doesn't even have to be for music producers, for anybody. If you're doing something and someone contacts you or you're, I don't know, if an opportunity comes up and you don't feel right about it, don't do it, or really think about it first, because not everyone always has the best intentions.
Yeah, trust your gut. That's really good. Like, if you feel uneasy about like a label or someone, like, you're probably right. Like, just trust your gut. That's a good one.
Wait, also I have one more. Can I just have one more? If you don't care about your project, no one else will. Like, you have to care about it always. Like, you can't leave it in anyone else's hands, basically.
Nice. Yeah, that's some knowledge, straight knowledge. Especially like no one's too good to carry their own gear, like, ever. Even if you have $1 million or like tickets sold, you're not better than carrying your stuff. I mean, yeah, maybe you pay someone at that point, but
at the end of the day, someone has to do it.
Yeah. So, yeah, and if no one's going to do it, you do it. That's like something that goes with all of this. But okay, so I have a lot of advice too. Here it is.
Okay.
Number 1. Okay, so you're starting out music. You're starting out, want to be a big DJ, you want to be a big producer, you want to be like that. Here is all that you need. This is one simple trick that honestly will change your life. Be nice.
I was going to say that too. Be nice.
Just be nice. Like, okay, you're going to play a show, like, no one shows up, a couple of people show up, you know, like, be nice. There's like so many situations where, and you probably know this if you are starting out in music, you've probably played a show with some asshole, like, person who thinks they're really good and they're not. You probably would never play with them again. Or it's like, but why? Because they weren't nice, they weren't genuine. It's like, really, everything else doesn't matter unless you're nice.
It's so true. And that sort of thing, people remember people who are super nice. Like, if you, and you're never too big to be nice to your fans. And if only 2 people show up to your show, like, play for those 2 people because they came from wherever to see you, and like it really means something, and they will be like your biggest fans forever.
Totally. So be nice, always be nice. But a few technical things. I mean, one thing that I always try to tell people is like, don't worry about what you have or like your gear or like, you know, what microphone, guitar, keyboard. Don't worry about all that. Like, I know it's easy to get caught up in like, I don't know if I have the right computer or the right software, all that. Just use what you have. There's a lot of free options out there, like GarageBand for Mac, which I've used a lot. I even used for parts of my Triangle album. And there's other things, like if you're on a PC, there's free trials of like Ableton and all that. But basically the point is just use what you have. It doesn't matter what program or what like guitar you're playing, as long as you put your heart and your soul into it. That's what really matters. That's what comes across to people. But
and like own it. If you like use GarageBand, own it. Because no one, if they care about that, then I don't know what's wrong with them.
Yeah, own it. Yeah, that's a good advice. Like, I feel like I was labeled chillwave when I started out, and I was kind of like, I'm not chillwave, but
did you secretly really like it?
No, I didn't own it, but you know, it's like I'm cool with it. I like chillwave, you know. It's like that's what I do.
After all these years.
Yeah. So if people are labeling you, like, don't worry about it. Just own it. Like, be like, whatever. Yeah.
So use GarageBand.
I use GarageBand. That's like the sickest thing ever to say. Like, people who are obsessed with like, oh, you don't use this $1,000 plugin. It's like, who cares? But we could talk all night and day about this, and I'm gonna keep going, because if you are out there and you do want to get started in music, you know, maybe you're listening to this, maybe you are afraid to like submit a song or make a song, just like another thing to do is just go and do it. Like, no one will give you permission to do what you want to do. No one's gonna like say, hey, yeah, you should follow your dream, because like you're the only one who can really just do it. You have to like trust and just believe that you can. And you know, no one is good enough to do what they do. Like, your favorite musician out there, when they started, they probably sucked. Like, no one is good enough to like be anything. They just do it. So
And if you're a girl musician or just a girl out there, if you are trying something, if let's say you make a song and whatever, if you feel like you failed or someone tells you you're not good enough, I feel like as girls we're not told this enough, like try again, because we're always encouraged rather than trying again to do something else with anything in life, and like that's so destructive, I feel like, and I just want girls to not do that, myself included. I wish people had encouraged me more with certain things, I guess. So if you are a girl and you feel like, especially in the music industry, people are kind of discouraging to you, like, know that you can do this and just believe in yourself, because it's really important to get more females, especially in electronic music and stuff.
Definitely. Yeah. Yes. I wholeheartedly agree and support that. It's awesome. So, that is just a tidbit of the huge knowledge and like wisdom that we have.
Yeah, we're a wealth of
we are
knowledge.
Literal experts on this. But no, we've been through so much of this, and like one of our goals with this podcast is to like help everyone who's trying to make music out there, and like I'm stoked to be able to talk to you all about this. So yeah.
Wait, that reminds me of another fun fact. Can I do a fun fact? It's
fact.
actually not fun. I'm not exactly sure on the percentages, but a study done by a Swedish company of some sort found that like 76% of musicians suffered like some sort of mental health issues from the industry. So if you are going into this, just like be mindful of that stuff, because the more mindful that you are of your emotions and how things are making you feel, which is where the intuition comes from, I think it's really helpful, because it can be a discouraging place to be.
That's a fun fact.
That's not a fun fact. It's kind of an unfun fact, but it's an important fact.
That's like a truth fact.
I feel like it's just something that's like very comforting to know, because maybe you're out there and you're making music, or you've been making music for a while, and you're just like, God, like some things in this industry make me feel kind of sad. And you're not alone.
Yeah.
There should be a support group for this.
Definitely. I feel like any creative or artist is like in tune with some emotions in a way that's like different, and that's
true.
That can be tough for sure. Like you're taking on a lot of emotional stuff. But
yeah, it's hard.
I am not like a doctor, but yeah, we're here for y'all.
Neither of us are doctors, but as you probably have guessed,
we're here for you players.
Yeah, so how do you feel about players? I don't know if it's like if we were like, what's up, players? Does that sound...
How about this? Okay, so everyone listening to this point, that means you literally love this podcast. And what I want you guys to do is go to our Twitter or our Instagram,
which we're not that active on, but we will be.
Which are both at Playdate Pod, and tell us what you think we should all be named as Playdate Podcast Squad. What you think the name should be. And yeah, so also something that you can do to help us is to subscribe on Apple or Spotify, Google we're working on if it's not there yet. All of those places, subscribe to us, rate us, and give us a really good review, because that will help us grow and reach more people.
And it will honestly mean so much to us. So.
It will make us smile like this.
Yeah,
I'm smiling. Through the mask, I'm smiling huge.
Yes. From ear to ear, which on your mask is crazy.
Yeah, so we just want to once again say thank you to everyone. This has been such a freaking fun experience already. We had this little idea and we just wanted to do it. And it's been so cool to see all the songs come in.
And all the support that you guys have, like, with your screenshots. That's really cool to see. If you are listening to this episode, screenshot it and share with us, because it's really cool.
Yeah, screenshot and tag us on Instagram. Playdate Pod, Dream Angel, and Slow Magic.
And it gives us, like, I don't know, such a nice feeling.
It gives us life.
Yes.
To be able to do this.
It's true.
So, okay, so we're reaching the end of the podcast now. And I wanted to end with a fun fact that you told me the other week that you didn't want to share on the air.
Oh, no.
Okay, so here it is. This is a fun fact to end on.
But I just want to know, out of all the fun facts I've read you, which one you decided to
All
remember.
right, so here it is. Did you know
Oh no, I know which one it is already.
that daddy longlegs actually have a penis, which makes them not technically spiders? Thanks for listening, guys. This has been the Playdate podcast. If that was super gross, I'm sorry.